Hi TTC'ers, so I am here with my very first bump date, and this is my 4-week bump date. Please forgive my appearance. We've been recording a couple of videos to get it out to you guys. I've worked all day. I was at the doctor's this morning, so I look a little rough, but this is so exciting. My first ever pregnancy bump date. Today marks my 4 weeks and 2 days. My weeks turn over every Wednesday, so I will be putting up a video each week to show you size and development, how I'm feeling, apps I'm using, and also things that we have purchased. So to get started with size and development, and if I'm looking down, I'm just referencing my notes. We're going to talk about Munchkin, and that is the name that we use for our baby before he or she arrives. Munchkin is the size of a poppy seed. Implantation has occurred, and we have now entered into the embryonic stage of pregnancy. The placenta is also starting to form, and the amniotic fluid is also developing. As far as I go, as far as how I'm feeling, leading up to the BFP, my symptoms were very minimal this cycle. I had minor pelvic cramping, which probably contributed to implantation. And if you're interested in my full 2-week wait, what I'll do is I'll make a separate video. Just leave a comment below, and if you want to know by days past ovulation how my entire 2-week wait went, I'll record that video. So for this week, I was fine. I was excellent. I found out on Tuesday that I was pregnant, so I was just really full of excitement. From basically 10 DPO up until today, which is 14 DPO, which is 5/25, May 25th. Nausea set in today. Today was my worst day. I almost thought we weren't going to be able to record these videos because I had to call my mom. Like, I have a headache out of this world. It could have been the heat. It's really hot here in New York, and so I don't know what it was, but I was really, really, like, nauseous. Not vomiting nauseous, but like, you know that feeling when you're like that. What else happened? Headaches. I've had elevated temperatures above my cover line ever since ovulation. So if you don't track your basal body temperature, you can just look at some fertility friend charts and you'll understand how that works. However, my temperatures have been sustained over 98 ever since conception. Extreme bloating. Later on in this video, I will show you guys a bump date, which I don't feel like it's accurate to my real, like, stomach size, just due to the fact that I had a rise and increase in progesterone, so that kind of contributes to the bloating all over your body. I've had extremely sore boobs. That was actually the first indicator that I was pregnant. And when I say sore, I don't mean like just on the armpit. I mean, the day I woke up on 10 DPO, my breasts felt like bricks. I could not move. I was like, oh my God. And even now, like, I always thought I was like a B cup or something, but my breasts are like getting so big. This is a C. This is actually this is a 38C, but they feel much larger. What else? This cycle just felt completely different altogether. It was very minute as far as symptoms goes, but the symptoms that I did have were intense, if that makes sense. So now the last thing is vivid dreams. 14 DPO, I woke up out of the middle of my sleep about 4 o'clock this morning, and I was just like, oh my gosh, babe. And that dream, I could remember it by detail. So I didn't really like that. My sleep patterns have been off. Like, I usually stay up late anyway, but now I find myself going to bed at 2 o'clock, and then I think I slept the whole entire night. Then I get out of bed to go to the restroom, and it's only 3 in the morning. So I'm just like, I just went to bed at 2 or 1. Why did only an hour pass? So that's been happening a lot, and I have like increased thirst. I'm so thirsty. I can't go anywhere without a bottle of water, and I'm usually drinking about 64 ounces a day right now. So let me just show you guys. About this size here, I do at least 2 of these a day, and by the time I come home, I'm ready for another. So yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about the apps that I use that helped me along the way to conceive. I used Fertility Friend up into conception, and I love that app because although I had to pay for like some subscription, it did give me a lot of insight on when my ovulation happened, what temperatures I was at, and then it just helps you to see the pattern. So, you know, if your temperatures are dropping, you're getting closer to your AF coming, then you know that you could have possibly missed this cycle, but all my numbers were elevated. And if it weren't for Fertility Friend, I still document my BBT, so I probably would have had the same inclination, but it really helped. The other fertility, period tracker I use is an app called Period Diary. It's really good. It kind of gives you an estimate on how many days your usual cycle is, and it tells you when your next period is going to come, your fertile windows, and Ovia. Oh my gosh, it is so excellent with charting. I love Ovia app, but now since I've conceived, I'm using the Ovia pregnancy app. I also use the Bump app, and I use an app called Pregnancy Calculator, and that's when you just put in the first day of your last period. It will estimate when your due date is, and you're able to modify it. As I discussed in our pregnancy announcement video, our hormone levels for our 4-week bump date, our HCG is at 153, and that's just wonderful. I will come back on our 5-week bump date with the results of our second beta, which is going to happen on May the 29th, which is next Tuesday. Lastly, I wanted to discuss with you guys the items that I purchased. Unfortunately, they didn't get here yet. They're not going to be here until tomorrow, so I can't show you. But the best advice I can give when you're conceiving or you're trying to conceive and you have conceived is to purchase a scale. I do not want my weight to get out of control, so I asked my wife to get us a digital scale. I don't know why we don't have one in my house, but at this point, I want to monitor everything. So before I got inseminated, I was weighing 191 pounds. So I haven't weighed myself today. I will weigh myself tomorrow, and when I come back on the next video, I will let you know that progression. And I also ordered from Amazon a pear head pregnancy journal. And so I want to document everything. As you guys can see, I documented my pregnancy line progression. We showed you that in the previous video. I want to document everything. I don't want to forget anything about our little Munchkin. So enough of my rambling. Let me get on to showing you guys the bump. And as you know, our baby is the size of a poppy seed, so we can't wait to see it grow, or her, or she, or it, Munchkin, grow. And I will be back with the next video, so stay tuned for my bump.
And now for the 4-week bump.
So here it is. Munchkin is the size of a poppy seed that you see on her finger. And that is just incredible that that is the size of our embryo. We are in the embryonic stage of our pregnancy now, so we can't wait to see this get larger. 4 weeks, poppy seed.